nearly broke. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, in it. Let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, in it.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Confidence is never a question when it comes to wide receivers, and these two are no different. It's Landry's Dolphins going up against Edelman's Patriots.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with Ryan Tannehill and the visiting Miami Dolphins. Ready to go now. Stephen Gostkowski for the Patriots as we are off and running in Foxborough. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. First carry now. This is Williams. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Tannehill now to throw. He goes underneath to Drake. And he's brought down. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. He dumps it off to Drake. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Tannehill on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Drake off the give from Tannehill. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasion...
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. James Harrison coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. and long. It's Tannehill. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. On 1st and goal, Drake. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Now, 4th down, we know the difficulty factor goes way up, and we know it would be a disappointment for them to just kick a field goal here after driving all the way down the field. But I also know one other thing. It'd be a bigger disappointment to come away with no points.
On 4th down, Tannehill. Dancing to his left. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. First carry now for Rex Burkhead. He juked him. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. He really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him. He gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
And kept him to a short run play there. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Brady now on 1st down, going underneath for Lewis. And he gets it down to the 32. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Foxborough after this. To throw is Brady. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. Instead of the running back in New England, sometimes they like to call them the passing backs. They get them the ball in different ways, don't they?
They certainly do. Think about the ones they've had in recent vintage. You talk about Kevin Falk, Danny Woodhead, Shane Vereen, James White could have been the MVP in the Super Bowl if it wasn't for a certain quarterback that was on the field that day.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Dumps it off to Lewis. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Flush to his right. His throw incomplete. His tight end, Dwayne Allen, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
You can go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
He still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. And now a 1st down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. That's it for the 1st half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it.
Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Now that was a beautiful play, a pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, look at the juke. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Brady now on first down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 46 yards. On first and 10, here's Brady. And a dump off to White. And he's going to be shoved down pretty hard. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? Yeah, down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. It is taken in by Cooks for a Patriot touchdown. Brandon Cooks, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Parker. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now on first down, Drake again. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, no second-guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down. They're going to go. It's Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Foxborough. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll get it to Drake running left. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
And now out come the Patriots. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Brady going to throw, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Got a man, it's Amendola. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Goes underneath here to White. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. This is caught. It's Cooks. Brady connecting with Cooks for the Patriot first down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. But they ripped.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Brandon Cooks. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots are back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Catch here, left side, Thomas. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
On first down, Drake. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Throwing now, Tannehill. He goes underneath to Drake. And he's brought down. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
A give to Drake running left. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Now whistles blow and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he's able to hold on to the football.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. And this offense on third down today, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility.